your mark, set, go.
For Valley Center, we have Trenton Driscoll. And then on the other side, I believe Topeka Seaman. Number 10, Brock Hillibert. For all of those who don't know, the hot shot competition. One shot, or a layup is worth 1 point, a mid-range jumper is worth 2, and a 3-point is of course worth 3. You have, I believe, 45 seconds to score as many points as possible. As
10 seconds left.
Looks like Driscoll's strategy is a layup and
5.
Mid-range jumper. Not a very great 3-point shooter, but I'll take one at the buzzer.
If I get enough of those two contestants, that was Hillibert from Topeka Seaman on the west side and Driscoll from Valley Center on the east side. On the west side from May South will be Tristan Knobloch.
On the west side is going to be Tristan Knobloch of May South.
Once again, we have Knobloch from May South on the west side, which is to our left, and Reyes from Ulysses on the right-hand side.
Jeremiah Reyes
All right, contestants,
on the left side.
Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
Looks like they'll both start with a layup. Similar strategy with a mid-range jumper as to Trenton's strategy. And so far it looks as if Knobloch is in the lead. For those who don't know, Hornet Studios covering day 3 of January Jam, the final day. In the morning at 9:30 was the hot shot competition, which is going on right now. At about 10 o'clock is the 3-point contest, and about 10:30 is the dunk contest.
Next up, on the west side from Kansas City Turner will be Ricky Jackson, and on the right side from Garden City was LT Silmillion.
Ricky Jackson is going to be on the right side, and then Garden City, LT Similin is going to be on the left.
Jackson from Turner on the left-hand side, and Simillion from Garden City on the right-hand side. All right, scorers, are you ready? Contestants, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
They'll both start with a layup and a mid-range jumper. Not many 3-point shooting happens in these hot shot competitions, as it's not as efficient as mid-range jumper and a layup. About 25 seconds left for both contestants. Ricky Jackson seems to have the lead.
15 seconds left.
Ricky's going to shoot a 3. He's going to knock it down. That gives him, but he misses a layup badly.
5 seconds left.
He'll shoot another 3 and knock it down. That's 6 points. And LeCure will count the layup.
On the west side, from Valley Center, we have Parker Schrader.
On the west side, Parker Schrader of Valley Center.
From Coffeyville will be Jalen Logan.
Jalen Logan of Coffeyville will be on the other side. Obviously, this is the matchup later today at 1:45 between Coffeyville and Valley Center, so good to see this. Schrader and him both start with 2, but Logan starts with a 3, but he'll miss and go for a layup. He'll miss the layup. Schrader with a good start and advantage.
30 seconds left.
Schrader takes a layup. Logan continues to do his 3-point strategy, and he'll knock one down. Schrader's gonna take a three. He'll be short on it. He'll put up a layup. Now he'll go out three. No good. He'll hustle, get it back, and put up a layup at the buzzer, but he'll miss. Schrader possibly could have won there.
Next up on the west side,
but Logan did take threes and made a couple, so he has a good chance to advance. Looks like Garcia and Crook are going to be the contestants for this next round. Garcia on the west side, Crook from the east.
All right, contestants, are you ready? Scorers, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
Garcia starts with a three and he'll make it. Interesting to see the strategies that certain players bring out. You get to see their strengths and what they're good at. Is Garcia's yet to miss a shot, and he is definitely hot. As I say that, he misses a mid-range jumper, but looks like Crook has been taking some threes on the other end and making them, so this could be anyone's ballgame.
10 seconds.
Crook indecisive. Now he'll take a three. As the time expires, he'll miss, but get it back with a layup, and he'll score.
How about putting your hands together for Garcia from Ulysses and Crook from Garden City?
Again, Garcia from Ulysses and Crook from Garden City.
Topeka Seaman will be Jacob Wells, and from May South will be Trey Reed on the east side.
West is going to be Jacob Bowles of Topeka Seaman. And then I believe Mays South, Trey Reed, I believe.
All right, contestants, are you ready?
Yes,
Scorers,
Trey Reed.
On your mark, get set, go.
Of course, both start with a layup. Reed with the advantage by one. Takes the three, no good. He now has the lead by 2 over Topeka Seaman.
20 seconds left.
About 20 seconds left for both contestants. Reed likes to shoot his threes. He'll knock one down. And right now, it looks like Reed is going to walk out with the win in this hot shot competition.
5 seconds.
In this matchup, excuse me.
For those two contestants. And next up on the west side from Kansas City Turner will be Donald Rowland.
On the west side, Kansas City Turner, Donald Rowland.
Coffeyville will be Andrew Knight.
Andrew Knight on the east side of Coffeyville.
All right, contestants, are you ready? Scorers, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
On a recap on who's playing who today, at 1:45 is going to be Valley Center and Coffeyville. Garden City is going to be playing Kansas City Turner for 7th or 8th place soon after the dunk contest at around 12 o'clock. The 5:15 game is going to be between the championship game is going to be between Southeast and Topeka Seaman, who knocked off Mays South last night.
5 seconds.
As Rollin airballs a three, it's definitely been an interesting weekend for January Jam, and you know, we like to thank all the teams that came out this weekend and you know, competed in this tournament.
We'll tally up the scores, get the 4 finalists.
They will tally up the scores and get the 4 finalists, but while we're doing that,
once again, players, if you're just now showing up and have not had breakfast, you may head on up to the concession stand area, unless you're at one of these competitions. You do have free breakfast for you up by the concession stand for the players and coaches.
Neither Parker Schrader or Trenton Driscoll advanced to the finals of the hot shot competition. Garcia, Ricky Jackson, Trey Reed, and when they come up with the fourth, we will let you know. Those matchups between Ricky Jackson and Ryan Garcia. Garcia being on the west side, Jackson being on the east. 45 seconds to score as many points as possible.
All right, contestants,
you cannot shoot from the same place that you did before. Garcia's going to start with a 3 and he'll make it. He's going to continue where he left off. He'll make the 3 and then just alternate between layup and mid-range jumper. Ricky Jackson, however, will just only do the same thing, actually. And it looks like they're neck and neck. Neither of them really missing shots right now. As I said, that Jackson misses one. Garcia may have taken the lead. Jackson gets a bad bounce from the rim from the three-point try.
10 seconds.
Garcia most likely to take a 3 after this layup. And he will. As the buzzer expires, he airballs.
And Jackson from Kansas City Turner.
West side is going to be Trey Reed. Made it south, strong shooter and scorer. Next is going to be Jeremiah Reyes of Ulysses on the east side. Whoever wins this will advance to take on whoever won Jackson and Garcia's matchup for the hot shot title. Last night had 3 close games in a row, with, the first game at, basically 3:15 with Valley Center and
20 seconds.
And Casey Turner, excuse me, and ended a score of 50-47. Valley Center, of course, coming out on top, and then a close game between Coffeyville and Garden City as it went to OT. Coffeyville kind of pulled away at the end in OT and won by, I believe, 10 points. The next game followed was Southeast Ulysses, and a 1-point victory, basically at the buzzer. Some would say that the refs missed a call, push on Ulysses on Southeast. That would have gave Ulysses the ball, or with free throws actually, with maybe 5 seconds left, down 1.
We can let you know that today our took third place, ended up with 12 points.
Trey Reed is going to take third place with 12 points in that round.
That's Trey Reed from May South. Come on up, get your medal. In second place with 16
Second
points.
place
Kansas City Turner
is Ricky Jackson of Kansas City Turner, and I believe Garcia is going to take first place.
Hot shot competition winner from Ulysses is Bryant Garcia.
Yep, Bryant Garcia will take
How about putting your hands together for
first place in this year's hot shot competition,
and our champion
and he'll come up and get his medal.
Congratulations.
They're going to have warm-ups for the three-point shootout, and as they do that, we will take a break and be back as soon as the action continues. Shooting order will be drawn at random. Each ball is worth 3 points until the very final ball, which is 6. 5 racks. Each shooter shoots all shots inside if they make it inside the time. The finals, the final 4 shooters, points-wise, will advance to the championship round, and it will be scored the same as the preliminary. Last year, Valley Center came out on top in both the dunk and three-point contest, and they're going to want to see if they can repeat it again. Hickman on the east and Russell Reed on the west.
And you'll have 1 minute.
They have 1 minute to shoot all the balls.
Contestants, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
Russell Reed, a very good three-point shooter, but he'll start off with a miss. He'll miss 2 in a row. He'll finally hit one. Hickman hits two out of the 5, or 4, I believe. Now Russell getting into it, knocking 4 in a row. About 35 seconds left. Reed misses finally. Hickman having a good stroke, but he'll miss. Reed, a great shooter, continues to knock him down. The last ball in the rack is key to make, and he does. That's 6 extra points. He'll miss the first of the last rack and the second. He'll knock down the third. Hickman, he's on a good streak. He'll knock 2 in a row. And he'll end with a make. Great end for Hickman.
All right, how about putting your hands together for those 2 contestants? Number 3 from Turner on the left-hand side. On the west side from Valley Center is Wyatt Lang. And from Kansas City,
the sharpshooter Wyatt Lang is going to be on the west side of Valley Center. And on the east side is going to be out of Davion Scott. I believe out of Mays South. Excuse me, not Mays South.
Contestants, are you ready?
Kansas City Turner.
Should be Jalen Nelson.
Excuse me.
Jalen Nelson from Kansas City Turner.
Jalen Nelson. Kansas City Turner is supposed to.
And Wyatt Lang from Valley Center.
Yeah, Jalen Nelson of Davion Scott actually is going to be shooting on the east side. Wyatt Lang on the west.
On your mark, are you ready now? On your mark.
Obviously.
Set, go.
Lang needs to be going today, so this three-point contest could be helpful. He'll miss the first 2. He'll make the third, and he makes the 4th. That's clutch. See if he can get in a row. He misses 2 in a row. Now 3. He needs to make the last shots of each basket. Good shot from Lang there. 2 in a row, and he'll miss, but he'll make the 6-point. Good time from Lang. He'll definitely get it in before the end of the clock. Nearly makes 4 in a row, but it bounces all over the place. In the corner now, makes the second. He'll knock in the third, and he'll end with a miss, sadly, but Lang, a good showing there. Definitely the Hornets need him to be on later today against Coffeyville. Myrie from Coffeyville on the west side.
From Mays South, Kyle Belvin.
Kyle Belvin will be on the east. We saw Kyle Belvin drop around 21 yesterday, Thursday, in his game against not Garden City, excuse me, when they played Coffeyville.
All right, contestants, are you ready? Scores, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
2 great shooters here. Myrie starts with a make. Melvin misses the first 2 and the third. Not a good start from him. He'll miss all 4 of the first rack. Myrie, I believe, only made 2. Now he'll make another.
40 seconds.
Belvin not hitting his shots today. Looks like Belvin's shot is off as he'll finally make one.
30 seconds left.
Lang with a good chance to advance if the shooters stay like this.
20 seconds left.
Myrie missing. He'll make one. He'll make a second. And a third. Myrie on a roll. He'll make the fourth. Good stretch by Myrie. He'll make a fifth in a row. Oh, he'll miss the sixth and shot, but he won't get all of them off in time. Sadly, but he does make one at the buzzer.
From Garden City will be Carlos Acosta. And on the east side from Topeka, Nathan Heinen.
Carlos Acosta on the west side, Nathan Heinen on the east.
Set, go.
Acosta starts with a make, and then he'll airball, but he'll make the next one, but miss the 6-point shot, as will Heinen. Heinen, good shooter for Seaman, but he's been off so far in this contest, not being able to make one of the second rack. Acosta on a roll, making two in a row. Almost three, but he'll make the final one to make up for the missed shot before. Heinen, again struggling to find his shot. Finally, one will fall, and he'll make the second. Lang looking like he's in a good place right now among the shooters. Acosta, no good. Final shot for Acosta, he'll knock it down. And Heinen already done. On the east is going to be Jacob Byrne. On the west is going to be Wiedemann of Maize South. Bryce Wiedemann. Jacob Byrne, a great young scorer for the Hornets, and love to see him do well here. And he'll start with a miss, but he'll make the second one and the third, and no, the fourth rolls out. Wiedemann doesn't do so well in his first rack and starts with a miss on the second.
40 seconds left.
Good time here from Byrne. He'll miss the first, the third rack, and the second. Needs to get going now if he wants a chance at the finals. He'll miss the fourth and final shot of the third rack. Now, on the fourth rack, loves shooting from the corner. So, after this wing, he'll be in his spot. Plenty of time for him to take his time. Byrne having a pretty good showing late in the game, and he'll make three in a row but miss the final shot as Wiedemann misses his 6-point shot. CJ Kelly on the west side.
From Garden City, we have Kyler Lamb.
Kyler Lamb on the east side of Garden City. Kelly of Coffeyville.
Set, go.
Lamb starts with a miss, as Kelly does. Kelly, a good scorer, tied for leading, first day of action with 25. He'll knock in the first shot of the day for himself. He'll go 3 of 4 from the second rack as Lamb looks to knock in multiple shots in a row. I believe that's 5 in a row for Lamb. He's gotten hot. Finally misses. Kelly's knocking in shots now.
20 seconds left.
He'll make one. He'll make the final one, those 6 points. He has one more shot. He'll miss. Lamb, he'll miss his 6-point try. And 5 seconds to spare with those shooters. Victor Perez and Henley shooting. This is the final preliminary matchup between Henley and Perez.
All right, contestants, are you ready? Scores, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
Henley, he'll knock in his first. 2 in a row. Doesn't make the third, but he'll make the fourth. That's 12 total points on the first rack. Henley, good shooter for Seaman. And he'll knock in multiple shots in a row. That's 3 in a row. Perez also shooting very well for Ulysses. He'll knock in the 6-pointer. Both of these are great shooters. It just looks like Henley has been hot so far. He'll make another 6-point shot. Excellent outing from Henley. That is 4 in a row for Henley. Nearly makes the 5th one for an extra 6 points. That's going to be it for the preliminary round. They're going to get the scores together, and as soon as they do, we'll be back.
Number 33, Trey Duffy has 40 points.
Trey Duffy.
From Coffeyville, number 3, Trey Myrie.
Trey Duffy leading the tournament points with 40. Myrie with 39. CJ Kelly in third.
Number 21,
Kale Cordanoy in fourth.
Next up, Kansas City Turner with 33 points is number 12, Donald Rowland.
Donald Rowland with 33 points in fifth.
From Coffeyville, number 1, Jalen Logan with 32 points.
Jalen Logan with 32 in sixth.
And that is Wichita Southeast, number 1,
Israel Barnes with 31.
And Wichita Southeast, number 23, Micah J. Hughes, also with 31 points.
And Micah J. Hughes with 31 points also for Southeast.
Kansas City Tournament, number 32, Jalen Richardson.
Jalen Richardson with 28 points.
Southeast, number 22, Sean Warrior.
Sean Warrior also with 28 points.
Followed by 27 points by Valley Centers, number 23, Trenton Driscoll.
27 points from Trenton Driscoll so far in the tournament. 27 points from Joe Petrakis.
Number 4, Victor Perez.
Victor Perez also with 27.
That's followed by May South, number 23, Hayden Bontrager with 26 points.
Hayden Bontrager with 26.
25 points by May South, number 5, Trey Reed.
Trey Reed, May South, 25.
Garden City, number 2, Jared Dole. 23 points by number
Henley
On the right-hand side, we'll have Russell Reed.
and Russell Reed
of
Kansas City Turner.
Henley had 54 points. Reed had 48
Henley with
points
54, Reed with 48.
in the preliminary. So once again, Reed on the right-hand side, and Henley will be on the left-hand side.
Henley on the west, Reed on the east. Matchup between two great shooters in the first round.
All right, the contestants, are you ready? Scorers, are you ready? We got a minute up on the clock. On your mark, get set, go.
Reed starts with a make, but he'll miss the second and the third and the fourth. Henley obviously had that great streak at the end that propelled him to win, I believe, the first round. He also had a great streak at the end, or at the beginning. Henley not as hot as he was before, but still making these shots with ease as he makes 4 in a row. But Russell Reed of KC Turner also making many shots. This 6-pointer is huge, and he'll knock it down. But so will Henley. Henley looks to pull away right here in the corner. Finally misses, but on the 6-pointer, he'll miss.
All right, continuing to give us those two contestants.
Acosta and Hickman both in this contest. Hickman going to be in the west, Acosta on the east.
And they both had 48 points in the preliminary round.
Both of them had 48 points in the preliminary round.
All right, contestants, are you ready? Scorers, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go.
Acosta starts with a make, so does Hickman. Hickman, a great shooter for Ulysses. He'll knock in 4 in a row. That is a perfect first rack for Hickman. He'll miss the first shot of the second. Acosta with a good start also. Not as flashy, but just as consistent. Hickman continues to shoot very well. As I say that, he misses 3 in a row, and Acosta had a chance to come back. Acosta needs to knock in the 6-pointer right here.
20 seconds left.
He will. Hickman missing 2 in a row, then makes the third, and he'll make the 6-pointer at the end, and Acosta will too. Good outing from both players. Obviously, coming up next, the biggest event of the day, the slam dunk contest.
To let you know who the three-point shootout winners are and medalists are.
As we await the three-point winners, Larry Wilson slams it.
Okay, congratulations to our medalists. In third place from Garden City was Carlos Acosta.
Carlos Acosta is going to get third place from Garden City in the three-point contest.
From Ulysses was Josh Hickman.
Josh Hickman's going to get second place with 45 points.
And winning on a tiebreaker, this year's champion in the three-point shootout from Topeka Seaman, Hayden Henley.
Henley is going to win the three-point shootout and a tiebreaker, but he'll win.
All right, we need all the slam dunk competition participants to come on out and warm up. Today we have Richardson from Destiny Turner, Warrior from Southeast, Portanoy from Maine South, Petrakis from Valley Center, Turner from Coffeyville, Jackson from Turner, Bontrager from Maine South, and Williams from Valley Center will be our slam dunk competitors.
Many athletic players out here, for this dunk contest, and we'll be back as soon as it starts. our three judges today.
Our first celebrity judge is Anthony Kepper.
Anthony Kepper.
College at Wichita State University, where he enjoyed a very successful 3-year career with the Shockers. Began with a 1.76 ERA and 30 relief appearances as a freshman.
A Wichita State pitcher, one of the great pitchers at Wichita State.
1.76 ERA, which was the lowest in the Missouri Valley Conference and the 7th lowest in the nation.
Had the 7th lowest ERA in the nation for the Shockers.
All-American. Kepper was selected in the 4th round of the 2008 draft by the Oakland Athletics. Kepper pitched professionally parts of 5 seasons in Wichita. Kepper finished his 5-year win-net stint with a 305 strikeouts, which is a franchise record. After his playing career ended, he accepted a job.
A pitching coach for the Wichita Wingnuts, Anthony Ebra.
Our second celebrity judge is Elliot Olikoff. Elliot joined the KSN sports team in August of 2016. He comes to KSN from affiliated in Quad City. During his nearly 3 years in the Quad Cities, Elliot covered NCAA tournament runs.
Elliot of KSN here, one of our judges. He's been here all weekend covering January Jam. He's covered March Madness before. I'm definitely glad to have him here.
Elliot is originally from Berkeley.
Mike Cooper, our final celebrity judge.
High School Sports Magazine. Life is in its 10th year of recognizing the achievements of student athletes, teams, coaches, parents, and fans at 111 high schools in South and
The owner of Vipe Sports, High School Sports Magazine. Definitely glad to have him here too. Releases some great magazines about high school sports, and couldn't be more thankful for these three judges. Each contestant has 2 dunks, and the top 3 will move into the final round. Jalen Richardson of Kansas City Turner up first. His first dunk, a reverse 2-hand, gets it to go. Not much of a flashy dunk, but
You want that one scored? He does want that one scored.
he wants that one scored, so he won't take his second dunk. He'll just take that one.
Got 7, 7, and an 8.
The 3 scores, 7, 7, and 8 for Jalen Richardson, ending with 22
All right, next from
in the
Wichita
first
Southeast
dunk.
is Sean Elliott.
Sean Elliott of Southeast.
Correction, Sean Warrior.
Sean Warrior,
Sean
excuse
Warrior from Wichita Southeast.
Sean Warrior
I give it up for Sean
up next.
Warrior. Sean Warrior.
Warrior with a cockback slam.
Southeast.
Not as flashy, but he's going to get an 8, 8, and 9 from the judges to put him
We have Phil
over Jalen Richardson. Now Cale Cordoni, great dunker. Me and Austin witnessed. He's up next. He's gonna go in and looks like a back scratcher dunk from Cale Cordoni. A 7, 7, and 8 for Cale Cordoni. Next, Joe Petrakis of Valley Center up next.
Just give it up for Joe Petrakis of Valley Center.
Petrakis goes in, and he'll do a similar dunk to Cale Cordoni, a back scratcher. 7, 7, and 8 for Joe Petrakis. Cale Cordoni had the same score.
TJ Turner from Coffeyville.
TJ Turner from Coffeyville. He goes up with one hand to dunk it and to switch to two hands, but won't finish. And he'll get his second attempt. He'll go in, two-hander, no good, can't finish.
You gotta score that one. Need to score that one. 6, 3, and a 4.
A 6, 3, and 4 for TJ Turner.
Next up from Kansas City Turner is Reno Jackson.
Reno Jackson from Kansas City Turner up next.
Give it up for Reno Jackson.
Off the backboard, tries to slam it, but no good. Most likely will try it again. He will off the backboard, self-oop, but can't complete it. And so that will get scored. A 3, a 4, and a 5. So he'll get 12 at the end of that first round. Zach Williams, the last contestant of this round.
Zach Williams from Valley Center.
He'll self-lob himself from the 3 line, go up, nearly slams it down with one hand. That would have been absolutely dirty. It's like he'll try it again. Zach, the winner, second place last year behind Tyler Brown. This time he'll get it. He's going to get 3 10s, and that's 30 points for Zach Williams to lead contestants.
Next up with his second is Jalen Richardson.
Now the second dunk, Jalen Richardson will go. Looks like he'll have help from his teammates. It's going to be lobbed off the side of the backboard, but Jalen Richardson couldn't come up with it. This is interesting because we see this dunk all the time in the NBA All-Star game, or All-Star Showcase, so if they can pull this off, that'd be nice. Richardson nearly gets the dunk to go. Very difficult.
Still got a weight left, I believe. Got to weigh that one.
Richardson oops himself off the backboard just to get a dunk.
We have a 6, a 7, and an 8.
A 6, 7, and 8 for Jalen Richardson.
From Wichita Southeast.
Warrior from Southeast. Gonna oop himself off the ground, off the backboard, and nearly gets the dunk. Very difficult dunk here. He'll get it to go, two-hand slam.
Southeast, we have a 9, a 9, and a 9.
A 9, 9, and 9 for Sean Warrior.
Next up is Cale Cordoni from May South.
Cale Cordoni up next. Him and Petrakis ended with the same score in the first round. A 360 from Cale Cordoni.
May South, score that one. We have a 9, a 10, and a 9.
A 9, 10, and 9 for Cale Cordanoe.
Joe Trackis.
Petrakis up next needs to get an extra 10 to get past Cordanoe. He's going to go up, and looks like he does a bit of a, and he'll get a 9, 9, and 9. So he may move into the final round. TJ Turner up next. Looks like Jalen Logan, the point guard of Coffeyville, is going to come out and help TJ Turner. Turner showing him right where he wants it. Logan will lob. Turner gets it to go, but most likely won't take it. They will score it.
That is a 7, 5, and a 7.
A 7, 5, and 7 from TJ Turner.
TJ Turner. Next up from Kansas City Turner is Reno Jackson.
Reno Jackson up next.
Reno Jackson from Kansas City Turner.
Help from his teammate. Reno gets the lob, double clutch, nearly gets the slam to go. Reno gets the lob. Looks like he was hanging on the rim. A 6, 6, and 7 for Reno Jackson. Williams, the only one to get a perfect 30, is up next. He'll throw it off the backboard and look to slam it, but he'll lose control of it. Now Williams just needs to finish a dunk and get a pretty decent score, and he'll move on to the next round. He'll lob it off the backboard, and it's going to rim out. Not good for Williams. But he's still got a way left, so he'll use it. He won't score it. He'll slam it. 2 hands. It's going to be a 6, 6, and 8 for Williams. So that's going to be an extra 20, so he'll end with 50. Curious to see who the final 3 will be advancing to the finals. My guess would be Warrior from Southeast, Cordanoe, and Williams.
And then they're going to get the top 3. The top 3 will move on to the championship round. How about giving it up for all the contestants here?
Zach Williams will be one of the finalists.
Cale
Cale Courtenoy the other. And Sean Warrior from Wichita Southeast. Those are the final three in the dunk contest we have left. Williams had 50.
The first up will be Zach Williams from Valley Center.
He'll go first based off of leading the first round in scoring.
All right, give it up for Zach Williams here from Valley Center. He does have a wave left here in this round, in this championship round.
Parker Schrader up on the deck is going to throw it down. It's going to bounce. And we saw this last year, and it won the dunk contest. Zach goes up, nearly slams it from up on the deck. Schrader's going to throw it down again. Williams goes up, nearly slams it. We'll have to score that one. It's going to be a 5, a 6, and a 6. That's going to be 17 first dunk for Zach Williams. Cale Courtenoy up next. Interesting to see what he'll do. He'll do a double clutch slam behind reverse. It's going to be 8, 8, and 8 across the board. That's going to be 24, leading Zach Williams by 7 points.
And next up now is Sean Warrior from Wichita Southeast.
Warrior from Southeast up next. The final of the first dunk. Nearly a windmill slam from Sean Warrior.
All right, Sean Warrior with his attempted first score.
Warrior, he'll go up and just slam it normally, really. A two-hand slam. It's going to give him an 8, 7, and a 7, I believe.
From Valley Center, this is his second attempt.
Zach up next needs to capitalize off this dunk.
He has a way, so you must score this one, correct?
I'm now giving Zach something to do. He'll lob it to himself. Didn't like where the lob was going to land. Got to make sure you get this one on point, as he already used his wave. He'll lob it to himself. He'll go up, nearly slam it from halfway to the free throw line.
Got a 4, 5, and a 6 for Zach.
4, 5, and 6 from Zach, so he will be eliminated most likely.
On his final attempt.
Cale Courtenoy goes up, and he'll one-hand slam it off the lob.
You want that one scored, Cale? You got an 8, 8, and a 9.
An 8, 8, and a 9 for Cale Courtenoy.
Southeast.
Final dunk of the day. Nearly makes the windmill. Warrior goes up and misses the windmill. And they must score that one, so he'll miss 3 dunks in a row. And he's going to a 4, 5, and a 6. So Cale Courtenoy most likely to win this dunk contest this year.
Once again, we'd like to thank our judges, Anthony Kepper, Mike Cooper, and Elliot Hollicott.
We'd like to thank the judges, Anthony Kepper, Mike Cooper, and Elliot.
I'm going to give it up for our judges.
Zach Williams will end with third place at this year's dunk contest. Second place will go to Sean Warrior, and first will go to Kale Cordanoe of Mays South.
Competition winner from Mays South, Kale Cordanoe, with a total of 50 points. Congratulations.